The trail looks peaceful at first, bare trees stretching toward a pale Indiana sky. Cold air drifting through the silence, a bridge standing still, as if it has always been there. Waiting, but peace can lie. On February 13th, 2017, two teenage girls walked into this quiet place and never walked back out. What happened here would haunt a town forever. It would confuse investigators for years, and it would leave behind a voice recording so chilling. It would echo across the world. A few simple words, spoken calmly, casually, as if nothing terrible was about to happen. Tonight, we return to Delphi, Indiana, to the woods, to the bridge, and to a mystery that refused to die. Delphi, Indiana. Population, barely 3,000. A town where everyone knows everyone, where doors are left unlocked, where children grow up believing nothing bad could ever happen here. The Monon High Bridge trail was part of that belief, an old railway bridge, no longer in use, stretching over Deer Creek. Teenagers crossed it for fun. Photographs were taken there. Memories were made there. Parents didn't worry when their kids asked to go. This was Delphi. Nothing bad happens in Delphi, but evil doesn't announce itself. It blends in. It waits quietly. And on a cold Monday afternoon, when school was out for the day, that quiet was about to be shattered. Liberty German was 14 years old, known to everyone as Libby. She was outspoken, confident, the kind of girl who wasn't afraid to be herself. Libby loved photography. She loved documenting moments, freezing time before it could slip away. Her family remembers her laugh first. Loud, unapologetic. She had dreams, plans, a future that felt wide open, and she trusted the world. That trust would become one of the most heartbreaking elements of this case, because on that day, Libby did something that would later help investigators, but cost her everything. Abigail Williams was 13, known as Abby. Quiet, kind, gentle. Where Libby was bold, Abby was thoughtful. She loved animals. She loved drawing. She loved being close to her family. The two girls balanced each other perfectly. Best friends in the way only teenagers can be inseparable, laughing, planning, dreaming. On February 13th, Abby had spent the night at Libby's house. A sleepover, one of those small moments that feels ordinary until it becomes the last. School was out that Monday. A rare, warm spell had broken through the Indiana winter. Libby asked her grandmother for a ride to the trail. Just a walk. Just a few pictures. Just an afternoon outside. At 1:35 p.m., they were dropped off near the Monon High Bridge. No one felt worried. No alarms went off. No instincts screamed danger. Because this was Delphi, and Delphi was safe. The Monon High Bridge is not like other bridges. It's high, narrow, uneven. Wooden ties, spaced far apart, rotting with age. Crossing it requires focus. Every step demands attention. For teenagers, that danger made it exciting. For predators, it made it perfect. By 2:07 p.m., Libby took a photo of Abby standing on the bridge. It would become one of the last images ever taken of her alive. Behind them, unseen in the frame, someone was watching. At 2:13 p.m., Libby activates her phone camera again. This time, she doesn't mean to take a photo. She means to record. In the video, a man is walking toward them. Blue jacket jeans, hands in pockets, his face partially obscured. He looks ordinary, too ordinary. Libby senses something is wrong. This moment, this instinct, would become the most critical evidence in the entire case. The man gets closer, closer, and then his voice. Calm, controlled, gas. Down the hill. 4 words, spoken without emotion. as if giving directions, as if what followed wasn't unthinkable. By 3:15 p.m., Libby's family arrives to pick them up. The girls aren't there. At first, no one panics. They must be running late. Phones die. Teenagers wander, but minutes turn into an hour. Calls go unanswered, messages unread. By evening, fear settles in. Searches begin. Flashlights cut through the woods. Names are shouted into the dark, but the trail gives nothing back. Volunteers flood the area. Firefighters, neighbors, friends, the temperature drops. Hope fades with the light. Authorities call off the official search overnight. They assume the girls are lost. Sheltered somewhere. Alive. No one wants to imagine the alternative. The next morning, February 14th, Valentine's Day. Just after noon, a searcher crosses Deer Creek. And everything changes. 2 bodies are found on the north side of the creek. The exact details are sealed. But investigators would later say the scene was unusual. The town of Delphi collapses inward. Parents clutch their children tighter. Doors lock. The bridge becomes a symbol of horror. News spreads through Delphi faster than the police can contain it. 2 girls found dead. Near the trail, everyone trusted. Schools cancel classes. Parents refuse to let their children out of sight. Churches fill with people praying for answers and protection. The bridge becomes untouchable. No laughter, no photographs, only silence. Investigators sealed the area. Evidence markers dot the frozen ground. But the killer is already gone, vanished back into normal life. Days later, police reveal something extraordinary. Libby recorded her killer. A still image is released. A man on the bridge. Grainy, blurry, unassuming. The audio follows. Guys, down the hill. The world hears it, and chills ripple across millions of spines. Because this isn't rage. It isn't panic. It's control. Police release a sketch. Then another. 2 different faces, 2 different ages. Confusion spreads. Was the killer young, old, local? Every man becomes suspicious. Every stranger watched. Delphi turns inward. Fear lives in grocery store aisles, on sidewalks, in quiet glances. Months pass, then years. Tips pour in tens of thousands. Nothing sticks. The killer walks free. Families grieve in slow motion. Birthdays pass. Graduations never come. The case becomes legend, a nightmare without an ending. In 2022, everything changes. A tip resurfaces, an old statement. A man who admitted he was on the bridge that day. Richard Allen, local. Quiet, unremarkable, hidden in plain sight. Police search his property. They find a gun, a bullet, ballistics match, a silent connection to the crime scene. Years collapse into a single moment. October 31st, 2022, Richard Allen is arrested. No more chase, no resistance. Just silence. Delphi exhales, then holds its breath again. Because justice isn't certainty, not yet. What kind of man does this? Psychologists describe control, opportunity, familiarity with the terrain. Not a monster hiding in shadows, but a man hiding behind routine. Evil doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers. The bridge still stands. Quiet, unchanged, but it carries weight now. Every step echoes. Every breeze remembers. Libby and Abby never left this place. They live in the silence. This case is not just about death. It is about courage, a girl who pressed record, a moment that spoke for the dead. Justice moves slowly. But memory does not fade, and Delphi will never forget.